Hi Aquarius, welcome to Get Life 333 Tarot. Thanks so much for joining me. This is going to be a you're not together but you don't feel finished reading. I want to give a little caveat before we get started. This is not for you if you're dealing with the narcissist, guys, okay? And that would be someone who is a serial cheater, a serial liar. They have very bad drinking issue, problem with drugs. You know, I hate to say it, but, you know, just really a hot mess, not bringing any joy to your heart, and just making you feel like shit more than anything. This is not for you. This is for those of you who are, you know, on the outs. So it's, you know, you've been together and you guys broke up and you're in that weird space. You know that space. It's just like that weird kind of like, you know, you broke up. You might be in that cycle of you break up, you get back together. You know, kind of thing. These are general messages, so take what resonates and throw out the rest. A lot of you guys have been asking me about your signs. Yeah, I think I might do a tarot approach to that. I've been saying. When you watch these, I really think, just because we're dealing with relationships, if this is why you come to tarot, everybody comes for different reasons. You really should go check out, if you don't know already, a free birth chart calculator to find out, you know, where your planets are. You want to find out definitely about Venus, because Venus is love and the moon is your emotions. Because, guys, the sun is just our ego. And our rising sign is the way people perceive us and our everyday understanding of life. So they're all important from different, you know, different perspectives, right? But I just feel like the planets dealing with emotions are good to check out. Okay, how to get this story. So you guys have your friendship house. Jupiter is going to be, let me move these over here. Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 11th house of friendships coming into April. So we have that on top of Pluto with the South Node influence, which is asking us to get rid of all of the bad stuff in our life that we don't need and really pay attention to what is serving us and what's good in our life that we should hold on to, which is really what motivated me to do this reading. I already did the last 2 weeks of March, first 2 weeks of April, but I just felt like, you know, now that we're in the season of figuring out, you know, what's staying, what's going, and all of that, let's, you know, visit a lot of the weird relationships. Boy, a lot of us are in weird spaces in our relationships, right? Yeah, we just really are. Okay. For those of you who are cross-watching, I don't know if you got the message about the Scorpio and the Pisces recordings. I had technical difficulties with the sound. I mean, the messages were good, which is why I didn't take it down, but I'm going to be doing 2 bonus reads for those signs just to make it up, because I felt really bad. The audio was really, really low. So when I'm finished with all the signs for these, okay, what do we have? All right, Aquarius. Card 34, this is your crowning challenge. It's a leg up. You have a really hard time being vulnerable. Yeah. Listen, that's a scary place to let yourself go to, being vulnerable. But you need to understand that asking people for help with something or admitting that you can't handle something entirely on your own is not a weakness, it's a strength. Okay, but nonetheless, that is the crowning energy for you, and the crowning energy for your partner is the 8th card, Tribe. Okay, Tribe. This is your partner's challenge. Your partner is having a very hard time being authentic and in any way, in their integrity, in a real way. They're having a hard time being the real version of themselves that they're meant to be. And, oh my gosh, I'm getting a lot here on them. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. All right. So here we have the 2 of Wands for you, Aquarius. So the time that you spent thinking after you guys broke up, this was very well spent. And while you were feeling frustrated to push forward, you knew things had to feel right to you in order for you to get involved in anything else. You came out of a space of such high stress, a lot of drama in this relationship, and you just kind of resolved in yourself that you're not going to push anything forward until it feels right. And you knew, you could feel that things were going to be changing for you. You just weren't really sure of that direction. And we have the Chariot card here. So it's like, yeah, it's just, you're just feeling this push to move forward on your path of life, you know, this path that you see for yourself, and you don't want to be distracted now. You feel that this relationship seriously distracted you, pulled you off a path that you were on at some point. Just by circumstance. It wasn't even that anyone, you know, actually did pull you off, but it was just the emotional pressure of everything, and you're just trying to keep it all together. But you have this energy indicates just keep your eye on the prize. And I feel like you know that now at this point. You know, you just became willing to wait for the relationship to figure itself out, if it was going to be figured out once you guys broke up. In other words, the breakup happened and you guys were really upset, but you were pretty quick to get to the space of understanding that it was what was necessary at that point. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. I mean, guys, honestly, like, this is in this space, you realize I'm not letting them sidetrack me. I'm not giving them this power. This is like the bye Felicia card. You know, like, I need to focus on getting over this and figuring it out. And that's the space that you were in when you guys broke up. And then you went into this Knight of Pentacles where, you know, you just decided to be your own support system, Aquarius. This is so healthy. And just focus on yourself. Focus more on your workouts and your health, and maybe your clothes and your hair, and just a healthier mindset, maybe your job. This is just taking care of you and just focusing on yourself, because I'm getting that you got to a space where you just realized it was like shoveling shit against the tide, as they say, where there was just no point in pushing anything in the relationship because nothing was working effectively. It just wasn't effective, you know? And then we have the Judgment card here. So this says that, you know, you're in a space now at this point where you realize a decision needs to be made about the past, though. You feel a change upon you, but before you decide on an exact direction, you realize that certain past issues need to be addressed. And this is purely about you judging you. This is not even you trying to figure your partner out so much at this point. You know, your past decisions, your past choices, you will see where you acted with integrity. You're going to see where you were very much on point in this relationship, and not to pat yourself on the back, but to recognize your value. And I'm getting this feeling like you need to do this for yourself. You might have been struggling with your self-concept a little bit after this relationship, which is very normal. And you're reminding yourself of, you know, no, wait a minute, I didn't do that, and I did do this, and you're holding that close to your heart, and you're embracing that, and you're embracing your beauty. And I know that sounds really rote and kind of like cliche, but you're really tapping into the good parts of you that make you you. You know, that really make you you. And I do have to say, Aquarius, that this energy absolutely supports reconciliation, where you are at this point, right? This is kind of like the process, right, that's gone on. You got to a point where you were feeling really healthy-minded about things. And the energy did support reconciliation, but only if you really deemed the relationship worthwhile. But I'm getting that you guys did try to get back together, okay, at a certain point. It didn't go very well. It was like a temporarily wrong path for you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, because something came out. Some secret about how you really feel about something concerning your partner or something they felt. It was big because I'm getting the feeling of the kind of secret, if it doesn't come out, it can be really damaging in the long run. So I don't know how that resonates with you guys. But then we have the Page of Swords, and this information ended up being really useful to you, whatever secret came out. To help you make a decision about what you actually really wanted to do. So at this point, whatever this was, this reminded you, not that you even really needed reminding, but it really drove home the fact that you had to be very intelligent in your approach regarding this relationship over your heart. Because this person you're dealing with has a very mature energy, but they're very charming. They're very clever. They're lots of fun. But you're putting yourself first now. This is what I'm getting. And so, like, you know, the cute, sexy, seductive stuff that used to work on you just stopped working. Because you resolved to take the rose-colored glasses off of this relationship. And that's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting that you're just really respecting yourself and really just laying it down and not having it. Just not having it, because then we're going to go into their energy here, and this is the devil. They really need to take a look at themselves, Aquarius. They do. This indicates an attempt to exert their power in an overbearing way, almost bullying, trying to control you at some point against your better judgment. You're trying to be the dominant one in the relationship. Like, I don't know, Aquarius. You know, are they a dominant person, like a dominating type of personality? Or do they have addictions? Do they have devious behaviors that got in the way of the relationship? Are they even just like very negative people? I don't know. That's what I'm getting here. And then we have the moon. So this person sees things just a little bit differently than everyone else, Aquarius. I have to call it how I see it. Yeah, they do. I don't know. They just see things differently than others do. They create narratives, all these stories about what happened in your relationship without being honest about what their part was, or at least how heavily their actions weighed on all of it. And they're moving forward with this crooked instinct now, if that makes sense. And this is all because, yes, this is all because they're very insecure and hiding behind a persona of someone who does not even really exist. They're so insecure and overcompensating for the parts of themselves that they don't accept in themselves. The part that they hide from the world, from you, and even from themselves. Yes, they're very insecure. And anyway, whenever someone comes off as oh so dominating, oh, I'm getting a very codependent vibe here. Is this partner codependent? Very codependent. Do they wig out if you don't pay like complete attention to them, or do they feel that it's okay for them to exhibit certain behaviors, like maybe not returning your phone calls on time, or them going out and doing certain things, and that's okay, but it's not okay if you do it? And that's only because then that makes them feel insecure and threatened, because a lot of people with codependency issues have abandonment issues. And the feeling there, the psychology there is that if they leave you first, then they're not going to hurt as much. Or if they attack first, they're going to be in greater power. Oh, all right. I'm getting here that they hit a wall with this, though. Like, they hit a space where they got in their own way with this behavior. Yeah. Yeah, because then we have the Three of Cups. So they don't want to have this ugly piece of luggage on their soul. This ugly piece of... Like, I don't even think they're in touch with this. They don't even realize how insecure they are and how this drives this dominant element in their personality. And this drives them to want things the way they want things. I don't think they're understanding that about themselves. But they just don't want to have this feeling anymore. And this Three of Cups is telling me that, it's like they're asking God or the universe or whoever help with their soul, actually. Like, just changing things. And if they're not very in touch with themselves, they're not wording it like that, Aquarius. You know, you have to be really in touch with yourself to know to even phrase questions to spirit like that. But it's like they have this recognition, you know? Yeah. Because this indicates them recognizing that their priorities have been messed up and their intuition has been sidetracked from some illusion that they set up in their mind about the reality of your relationship and life without you versus life with you. Yeah, it's like they created all these stories in their mind about how things were and how they are now, and I don't know. And then we have, okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So it's like they're trying really hard right now, Aquarius. I have to tell you, this is what I'm getting. That they're trying to step into that power of prepping to get you back. And they're trying to put all their ducks in a row, you know, mentally and physically. And they're trying to prepare themselves because they feel like, okay, they know they messed up, but they are going to be so afraid to talk to you about it. And I just can't tell. And I guess it's going to be an individual basis because there are, you know, this is a general reading, so everyone's story is going to be different. Are they going to end up chickening out, telling you their epiphanies? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about this Five of Swords. This is what I'm getting. Okay. All right. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold up. All right. You see how we have a Queen of Wands here and then we have the Queen of Swords here? Can you guys see that? Whenever you have two queens in a row, that represents rivalry. So this is what I'm getting. They want to get all their ducks in a row. And in doing so, this Queen of Wands energy indicates like forward movement, ideas. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. And, you know, we're gonna talk about our issues, and then we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna let our families know, and then, you know, depending on your situation, and then we're gonna move in together, and this is how we're gonna do it, and this is what I need for you to do, and, you know, all of this. And all of a sudden, rivalry here, Aquarius, you're like, hold up, I'm the other part of this. I don't really like everything I'm hearing. I don't agree with everything that you're saying. Can we have that conversation? Can we talk about what's going on? And this indicates them getting scared and wanting to give up. After feeling all this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, that's what I'm getting. They get scared and they want to give up because they think that you're trying to disempower them and not acknowledge their needs. Again, this, I'm getting a codependent vibe, I have to tell you. But then, because we have the two queens in a row, and because there's rivalry that indicates two people, so this energy is you, and here you come in, Aquarius, on your throne, saying, you know, all right, let's talk about what's really going on here. Okay? It's like you're quickly assessing all aspects of the situation to get to the truth of what's really bothering them and what's really wrong, including the underlying psychology. So you're trying to ease their mind because, like, they're requiring that. And you just don't feel comfortable with just letting it go. I feel like you're vibing their insecurity. But what's going on with that devil? I don't know. Let me pull some qualifiers. I just want to understand what they're feeling underneath. That's what I'm going to be qualifying for. I feel like I need to cut the deck. I don't know why. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, boy. Let's see. Yeah. All right. You know, the Magician reverse is they just are feeling very insecure about you guys being able to move things forward. And you might also be at this point. Everything here is based in insecurity. Everything. He has these ideas, but they're just not realistic to his situation. Or she. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say he or she. You know, the genders can be flipped. Okay. Like the star. Okay. You know, I just think they're going to need some help through this, Aquarius. That's what I'm getting. They really don't. They don't know how to ask for help. They don't know how to ask for help, and you don't know how to ask for help. Oh my gosh, you guys are a little bit of a hot mess right now. Right? Because your overarching enemy, I keep saying that. Your overarching energy is this, you know, your challenge is vulnerability. So you're having a very hard time feeling vulnerable with this person because they're scaring you. It's like they say they wanted it and then they get afraid and they pull back, and they're saying that they feel like restricted, but then they pull back, and it's just like this yes-no energy. Did I get this for you guys in another reading? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say straight up, Aquarius, I get that you guys have the ability to figure this out. But this is the thing. You both, okay, your partner has to be really honest about who he is to himself, herself, first and foremost, before anything. Okay? If there is a codependency thing here, listen, if you really love this person and they're codependent, just find out what they need and see if it's within your comfort zone to give that to them. Because codependency it's not like narcissism. It's not like, you know, some sort of, you know, psychopathy or anything like that. It is what it is. It just seems like, now, unless that devil energy is an uncontrollable addiction, and if you guys are in the space of being broken up, you really need to be honest with yourself if that's something that you want to take on again. Because that is a tough, tough, tough situation to deal with. I know, you know, it's very hard. So, yeah. So if you guys get back together, well, you know what? Look, because look, it's like, this is what I'm getting. No, yes. No, I don't know. This is what I'm getting here. So, okay, but you know, then let's just go back to the fact that Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 11th house of friends coming into April. So, I really do consider there to be a fall over of the 7th house. You know, 7th house is relationships. I do think that there's a fall over of these two houses. So you're going to be getting a lot of support in your area of friendships and bonding right now. So this could be great either way for you, Aquarius. I just feel like if you and your partner have been partners but not really good friends, Jupiter's going to support you guys figuring out. All right, anyway, let's get to our yes, no question. So, Aquarius, I want you to ask 3 times in a row, am I and your partner's name going to get back together, or am I and your partner's name going to stay broken up? It doesn't matter how you ask it. Just make sure you ask it the same way 3 times. I'm going to pull a card. Give you a minute. Okay, that would indicate a no. Okay, would indicate a no, but I do want to say that it's a minor arcana, so it's definitely no for now. It's definitely no for now. Okay, but 3 are also choices and trying to be creative. So the answer is definitely no for now, according to the energy here. Of course, you guys have free will. So if you want to try to push the issue with them and see where that lands you, then of course you do that, okay? This reading is really intended to spark seeds of thought for you and possible mindsets that could be going on so that we could better understand ourselves and the people that we deal with. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.